on, get played, or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's Shrek. It's classic.
Something like that. Something like that.
It is a great song.
It's a really good song. Really good song. 6-0 Summer League. The Golden State Warriors. We get Anthony Vereen, the Summer League head coach. He concluded his second season as player development coach with the Golden State Warriors. See on the back sideline, played with the G League Warriors. And won a championship with them. Won a championship with the G League Warriors in 2014 and 15. They are 6-0 right now. They are rolling. That shut down Podz. That shut down TJD for the rest of summer. But our boy Daeqwon Plowden, Shasky, earned himself a two-way contract. He's playing some really good basketball right now. Really good.
Yeah, he is. And a really good interview yesterday. If you missed it, go on to our YouTube page, and you could talk to him there. I'm just looking at, Anthony's Vereen's, little thing that he's got going here on NBC Bay Area. They did like a little deep dive on him. I mean, he seems to be very tied in with Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah.
And his development.
JK.
So I'd love to know what maybe Jonathan Kuminga was tasked with working on this summer, because we know that, during the downtime, it's time to go away and add some tools to your bag.
Yeah, he added the scarf to his head. How about that? Somebody on the YouTube said I should come in with that. Should I do that on Monday? Just come in with a scarf on my head?
Yeah, the only time I wear a scarf is when I've got the big overcoat.
Yeah,
and
you put it over.
Yeah, and then I put it over. It's more of a fashion thing than it is like a keep me warm thing.
Right. Yeah. No, it is a fashion thing. I love me a good scarf. So we're efforting Anthony Vereen. Warrior stuff. By the way, Brendan Pajewski was on TikTok yesterday. Did you see that? He was on TikTok.
No, I must have missed it.
Hey, he was on TikTok, and I think he's trying to play a basketball game, one-on-one game with Flight, one-on-one game for them. So, yeah, anyway. What about Barkley? We didn't even play this week.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'm not big on jump shooting teams. And the one year you guys have a terrific season, you think y'all took it personally. The teams aren't going small. They just need quality big men. What the Golden State Warriors did was terrific. But I don't think you're going to see a bunch of, if you can get guards like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, you got a better chance of playing small ball. But I don't think the NBA all of a sudden is going to have a bunch of three-point shooters and playing a bunch of small lineups.
Great take, Barkley. Great take, Barkley. And then now, up at Tahoe last week, basically Shasky said, yeah, the Warriors are done. They're older. It's like he finally got his due.
Yeah, you say it for 15 years straight.
You're going to be right at some point.
I mean,
you said something to me just a minute ago as we get back to Kyle Shanahan. You just said, I want you to tell the audience what you told me.
I believe that there are certain individuals in life. This is going to sound like harsh. I do believe there are certain individuals that have what I call the bug. And they're cursed, right? They're almost cursed, right? And sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's spiritual. Things happen in your life where you become like a tortured soul, And there were people in my life that I know, that I love deeply, that had, they were good people, like when it was all said and done, but they were like tortured souls. And they were fighting it internally for a long, long time. And sometimes you hear when people pass away, like, so-and-so's in a better place.
Yeah.
Because they literally physically were fighting it. And there are times that I think, like, Kyle is his own worst enemy. He's really good at what he does. But is he one of these torched souls? But when I mean more torched in like the sports sense.
I tell you who's not torched or is not a tortured soul. It's Anthony Vereen. Right now they're rolling in Las Vegas. Summer League 6-0. He's coaching the Summer League team this season. Player development coach. Just concluded his second year with the Golden State Warriors. Been part of their G League system for a few years. Even won a championship with them back in 2014-15. Anthony Vereen joins Bonte Hill and Joe Shasky the Butcher. What up, Anthony?
How we doing? Thank y'all for having me, man. It's very exciting to talk to you all.
Oh, man, it's exciting to talk to you. I've been waiting to talk to you for a long time, man. I like the swag, and we understand that you work with JK a lot, and you've been coaching these guys. We talked to Daeqwon Plowden yesterday, who's got a two-way deal. You guys are rolling right now. Tell us about your opportunity to coach the Summer League team, man. How you feeling right now?
Well, I got the opportunity at the end of the year meeting. I started planning, just trying to do some things that can possibly help our Summer League team and maybe some things we could take to next season. And it's been an amazing experience to help Daeqwon Plowden get a two-way and just seeing these guys buy in and play the right way. Summer League is a league where it's just screaming to be individualistic and worry about yourself. But these guys are playing the right way, playing together, playing hard and connected on both ends of the ball. And it's been an amazing experience for me. It's my first time sitting in that chair And I got a new level of respect for Steve Kerr and all he has to deal with being in that head chair. But it's been an amazing experience.
So what's one thing on the floor when the game is going on, and what's one thing off the floor that you've learned that maybe, you didn't know 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago?
I would say off the court is the planning and to the scheduling of guys that's playing and not playing. You still have to get workouts in. You still have to have those guys prepped and ready to play. And so I didn't know how much, timing and effort and planning that goes into that. And then as far as on the court, I think one good thing was sometimes you don't have to control the actions. You have taught these guys and, gave them the vision for the game plan. And it's okay to let them facilitate the action and call the plays. You just kind of sit back and just give them guidance as needed, but you don't have to be overbearing. And so that's two things I've learned from this experience so far.
Coach, could you see yourself one day maybe having that seat at the NBA level? Would you be interested in that? I know you're a player development coach, and it's a lot less stress than Steve Kerr does on a day-to-day basis. But could you see yourself in that seat one day? Is that the goal for you? Maybe one day.
Well, what I would say is I'm on floor 2. I'm trying to get to floor 30, so I got a few more levels to get up to that level. But I definitely feel more validated and more confident, and maybe potentially one day sit in that seat and. I'll just try to use some of these experiences I'm learning now when that time does come, hopefully.
So explain to the audience, because Shasky and I, we know player development coaches. We know what you guys do and what it entails. But explain to our audience what you do on a daily basis here with the big league team when it comes to player development.
Well, you're usually working with either a younger guy or a vet, and you're trying to work on their strengths, but also help build and grow their game to the level that it might be maybe 2, 3, 4 years. So it's like a duality of it where we're working on things that they can do right now, but we're building for the future and then, showing them different skills and different things that they might have in a role in the future as well as their role that they're trying to use getting on the court right now. So it's a lot of development. It's a lot of film work. It's a lot of skill work, but it's also just relationships, being able to build and have that player trust you with their career. That's their most valuable thing. So you want to put in the time, earn their respect, and help them, for now and for the future. So
you've worked a lot with Jonathan Kuminga, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking at him, and I see all these workout videos and stuff. I mean, without, getting too personal, what was some of the individual development plans that you had for him for this summer? Like, what were some areas? Because people really love him, and I think he's a huge part of what I hope the Warriors want to build moving forward. Like, I'd like to see him work on his handle, and I think he can do more in the passing game. What do you see him working on, or what did you try to get him to work on this summer, for example?
It sounds like he was in the meeting because that's some of the things that we definitely wanted him to work on is, being a better ball handler and initiator, and then continue to work on being a playmaker. He's so dynamic at the rim, but if he can get into the paint and make the right reads from the paint, it just makes our offense that much better. And then just being able to play and being ready to play 30 to 35 minutes. It's a different grind to play so many minutes. You see our core who have done it for 10, 12, 13 years of playing those type of minutes. So in having your body ready to play both ways, two-way player for that amount of time, it's a different type of grind. He's really bought into it. He gets up very early to work out. He works out multiple times a day, and he's very motivated to trying to take the next step in his career. And so I'm very excited, and we should all be very excited to see what he does next.
Oh, we love JK, Anthony. I mean, Coach, the first time we ever seen him at the California Classic, he tried to dunk on like 8 dudes. We're like, hey, this is our type of guy right here. So he's gotten better, as well as Podz and TJD. Can you discuss their development before we let you go?
I think they did a great job in Summer League to have an elevated role to, have more of an impact on winning with Trace being the defensive anchor, calling out calls. You saw him be way more vocal. You see his body has physically changed. And then also BP, playing with the ball more in his hand, being an organizer, but also being somebody that's being aggressive, trying to get to the basket, trying to make plays, and then shooting the ball well. We're going to need his shooting for next year. So I thought they did a great job. They helped us win 3 games, and now they're still cheering our team on, which is very respectable and admirable from those 2 guys.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys are rolling the Summer League. Keep up the great work down there, man. You guys haven't lost a game all summer, and you're doing a hell of a job in that hot seat there. We can't wait to see you with the Golden State Warriors, of course, when training camp opens. But keep doing your thing out there in Vegas, Coach. We're proud of you.
Thank y'all again for having me. I appreciate it, and it's been a blessing and a fun experience so far.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Warriors player development coach Anthony Vereen, coach of their summer league team, doing a great job there. Quick interview with him down in Las Vegas. Warriors are rolling. They're undefeated. Let's see if they can go undefeated for the rest of summer league there. We got